G'day and welcome to another slow and steady video here on the channel. My name is KT and today we're going to be talking about The Crew 2. We visit this because we're doing the road trip across America, the Route 66 on motorbikes. We do motorbikes on Biking Sunday, and this game has had a bit of an update in the last few weeks and I've not covered it, and I think I should. Basically, we now have the offline mode for The Crew 2. So when you go in to start your story, you're now faced with play online or play offline. Now, I imagine much like the sad Paul Walker music video where you got Vin Diesel and Paul Walker who part ways. This is how this save is going to work. The online and offline are going to run alongside one another, and with the online you can still do a progression and you can still do your challenges, you can still access the store, but with the offline mode that's going to run separately now. For a time you're going to be able to, if you were playing online and doing your progression online, you can update your offline save, and it works like this. So if I was to play online, here we go. So you can generate a new offline save. Basically what you're doing is you're updating your offline. So generating a new offline save will erase your previous one. It will be replaced by your current online progression. Make sure to collect your rewards purchases before generating your offline save to avoid missing anything. So we'll click OK. Your offline save is now ready. You can now play offline based on your current save online. But bear in mind, if you go back online and you do more progression, you're going to have to update your offline save. So now we want to start our story and play offline. So store purchases can only be collected through an online save. So there's going to be a time where you're not going to be able to obviously access the store. We'll continue. Hybrid mode is now available, The Crew 2. Your offline progression will be based on a local copy of your online save. Generate and update your offline save based on your online progression when you want in a dedicated tab. Store purchases can only be collected for an online save, and what that should say is until such time that the online becomes no more. So here we have all the racing, and now this is offline, so we're not going to be meeting anyone on the map. It's going to be a lonely affair. And how do we feel about that? I don't know. The game has been out. Wow. I was racing bus drivers when I was working on the buses in a long time ago. So I remember that was over 5 years ago because I've moved to Essex. So here we've got the map, we've got hobbies, we've got stories, which is really good. We did a couple of stories on the channel, and you work through the stories. I think there's a war hero one there, and you'll follow his steps across America. There's a Chicago heist that you can do and follow the steps of that, which I've not done. Looks really interesting. We've also got the engineer, which I think I've done. I did a few steps. Oh, the signal did 8 steps. I know I've done a few, not many. I've still got loads more to do, to be honest. So that's the stories, and of course the core of it is the racing, and it's all going to be now offline. So if we go to our map, there we are. Lonely America, your sandbox playground, which is great in some ways, but really sad in other ways because you'll no longer be able to road trip across America with your friends. The races now, I guess, will just be against AI races. And it just makes me think of the original Crew. The original Crew, many people, including myself, have put money down on that game. There was a good single-player story that you could work through, and it was quite a gritty story. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the map of America because there was points of interest that would tell you about different locations across America. You don't really have points of interest on this map, which is which really is when we do the Route 66 Mother Road. I might do a few more as well. I've got a couple of ideas in the pipeline, but we've got one coming up on Sunday where we're continuing our coverage of the Mother Road, the Route 66. So do stick around on Sunday for that episode. But of course, the original crew also had police cars, and you've seen on the intro to this video the police and the story, but it doesn't really. It's sort of a misrepresentation of the crew too. I guess it's trying to show you what you can do as a character, but not necessarily as a story, because there is no story to the crew too. Police cars in the crew will chase the player if they cause disturbance or crash into a police vehicle. This is the original crew. The AI police will use tactics like roadblocks and pit maneuvers to stop the player. Helicopters will also join the chase, but they'll only track the player as they do not attack. That's the original crew. The crew did have police chases, but the crew 2 removed them from the open world, only featuring them in specific events. So with the PC community, they've worked hard, and I don't know how they've managed to do it, but the game now is available on PC, the original crew. And I would really like to see, not a sorry, like, sorry guys, we've taken the crew 2 offline, but just as a kind of, a thank you to the fans, and also give us our bloody game back. We've all put money down on the crew, and I've mentioned it a couple of times, and I think we should never live in a world where your game has, you've no longer got access to your game, because that is a subscription. If you're subscribing to a service, like a live service, and that comes to an end, then fine. You never own the game from the get-go. But the Crew 1 wasn't sold in that kind of format. It was sold as a game, and they have taken it completely offline despite it having a single player. It drives me crackers, and I think they should bring the Crew 1 back. So we'll take a look at the vehicles. This is my bike. I think that's the Indian bike that we use on the Biking Sunday road trips at the moment, and I've got a video coming up for you on this coming Sunday. The vehicles should all be intact. This is my offline save. I've got my lovely Skyline there, the R34. We've also got my Suzuki, all intact. Let's take the Suzuki out, actually, and other cars, but I'm a petrol head. The BMW there, R1200, very similar to the Long Way Round, which is a fabulous series with Ewan McGregor and Charlie Ballman. Yeah, I had to buy that bike, and I just love bikes. I just love bikes. I've got some cars here. We've got the Pagani Zonda. What else do we have? We've got a KTM. Of course, if you remember the Long Way Rounds, they wanted to initially take and go with the KTMs, but KTMs didn't believe that the trip could be done across the world, which is fun. I think it's very cool. This one here looking very Dakar-esque. Of course, you can go completely off-road and go up through all the red mountains, where all the Grand Canyon and stuff like that. Love a Lotus. Who doesn't love a Lotus? Look at my car. I did plumb so many hours into this game. The Dodge Charger there, of course, a nod to the Dukes of Hazzard. We've also got the incredible, and if you've not checked it out, the Demolition Derby in this game is fabulous. All the panels come off. It's an absolute romp if you've not done that. And love my McLaren there with the lion roaring. But anyway, this is a channel about trucks, horses and bikes. But we do cover the bikes, and that is why we're looking at the Crew too. So let's go and take out our Suzuki, which is across here. It's been a while. Of course, we've got the gear as well. It's great animation on the gear there with the gears and the clutch. Get it started up. I think it really is a great animation. I've always praised this game. I think it looks good, and now you're not going to be bothered by anyone online. Oh, let's go up a gear. Hold on. And the rain just tickling off the back tyre there. and America is all yours. So I'll tell you how I do feel about it. I'd rather have the Crew 2 in this form than it completely taken offline. That's how I feel about it. So at least we still have the game. And America is now your oyster. So that's it from me, I think, on this video. It's a very quick video taking a look at the migration of that offline save and how I think that they should bring back the original Crew even in offline, so we can just enjoy these open worlds and get to have your own adventures. Let's come down a couple of gears and let's pull up somewhere. But yeah, that's it for me. Let's park up here. So that's it from me here on this video. Biking Sundays. Look at that tyre on the back of the bike. Biking Sunday this week will be an episode of The Crew, and it will be another episode of the Mother Road, the Route 66 episode 3. We also have Trucking Tuesdays and Wild West Wednesdays. So I look forward to seeing you here back on the next video. Take good care of yourself. If you like the video, smash a like on the way out. That'd be super appreciated. And if you want to subscribe and be part of the SAS Crew, that would also be super amazing. I will see you on the next one. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you soon. Bye.